Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can calculate an alternative ratio, also referred to as a relative risk, for a one sample binomial test effect size. This video will only be about how to calculate this, not if you should calculate it or how to interpret that. For that you can check out my website, for which there's a link in the description below. The first thing, first I have my data in column A. It's all numeric. Females were coded as 1 and males as coded as 2. And those who did not answer or could not be specified ended up being 99. I'm only interested in these two groups, so that's why we have these two categories, and that makes this binary. How often each category existed can be easily done with a Countif function. So Countif, and then I select the range, in this case column A. I'm using a semicolon to separate parameters. You can see that from the little alt text that's appearing here, but perhaps on your system it should be a comma. I'm using semicolon. The criteria is this 1, and then I can just hit enter or nicely close the parentheses first and then hit enter, and it tells me that there were 12 who were fitting in category 1, so female. I can simply copy paste this for the row below, double click just to see that indeed it's now picking up on the 2, and it's still counting that in column A. Hit enter again. For the total I can just add these two up. I can use the sum function for that, and the shortcut is the alt equal, and it automatically puts it in. Hit enter, and there were 46 males plus females in total. Here we put in the expected proportions. So in this case I'm going to be expecting that it would have been equal, so 0.5 and 0.5. Of course this should add up to 100%, so should add up to 1. The proportions in the sample were slightly different, so I'll use an equal sign. I had 12 females divided by the total. Press F4, so the total, the I8 in my case, actually has dollar signs around it, so it won't change when I copy paste it. So when I hit enter and then simply copy and paste, now if I double click here, it nicely shifted from the 12 to the 34, but it didn't change the 46. So that's good. And these two add up to, and in the lower right corner I see sums up to 1. So that seems to be okay. Finally, the alternative ratio can then be calculated. I can simply say, well, that's going to be the sample proportion divided by the expected proportion, which was over here. I can then copy paste this down, and I have my two relative risks. They both deviate almost 48% from the 1, which would mean it would have been a 1 if these two would have exactly been the same as the expected one. If you download from my website also this particular Excel sheet, then there's a user-defined function in it that I made that can actually calculate all of this in one go. You select then your data, excluding any column names. You select the, so that's why it starts really at A2 and not the entire column A. You select the two codes that you want to compare and the expected proportion. And then it simply tells you the result. And if you want to see the other one, then you can just add a 2 to see the second one. And that's about it. Alright, I hope this was helpful and good luck with it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below.